Anybody still doesn't have my business card? I got some more here, so I'll give them out to you later once it's done. My name is Byung Sun Kim. It is so long. My first name is 11 letters, even including space. So I use Byung, not be old, just Byung. So I'll be always young. Thank you very much for having me here to give a presentation on my acupuncture. And since I don't have a projector with me, I just play some video clips, testimonials from a few patients. So I'll probably have to move a little bit over there so that you can see better.
My name is Rachel, and I'm making a fifth treatment.
Can you hear?
No.
Turn it up.
Oh.
We are retirees.
That's right.
Right. When we get old, okay, you cannot hear good because we believe it is due to the lower quality or unhealthiness of your kidneys. And kidneys are in charge of your bones. So no matter how much calcium you take, if your kidney is not healthy, then it won't be absorbed by your bone. And your bone will get loose and loose and loose, and when you fall on your hip, then you're gonna break the bone, then you'll get hospitalized, then you'll get disease related with the respiratory system, then die. That's the typical way to die. So the kidney is a very important organ. Anyway, let me introduce my acupuncture, how it works. Then I can give you some demonstration as well once it is done. 1975, there is a gentleman who is a mathematician, had invented a formula or equation, and to make it very simple, if there is a rock fell down from the top of the mountain, because it used to be part of a mountain, the small rock can still resemble entire mountain. And that theory Oriental medicine has been using for thousands of years. And Oriental medicine's theory is that cosmos is consisting of yin, yang, and 5 elements. And we live in the cosmos, so our body contains that information inside of our body. So all the life forms on the earth will have that kind of information. That's the reason why more than 90% of our DNAs and mice are matching. So I think that is the, even our DNAs having that kind of information. Like 400 years ago, a Korean ascetic, his pen name is Sa-am. He invented a formula how to utilize yin, yang, and 5 elements properly to treat the patient with acupuncture. And he wrote books and he treated thousands of people successfully. And somehow his acupuncture was lost and buried in the graveyard. In the early 1950s, Master Lee discovered those books and studied those books and then wrote book his own and nurtured hundreds of apprentices. My father, 1962, he learned that acupuncture from Master Ray, and he also invented special needle manipulation technique, and it has completed my acupuncture. And he named his acupuncture as Korean Orthodox Sa'am Acupuncture. It's short for KOSA. I learned that acupuncture in 2002, and I started teaching my acupuncture to about 80 acupuncturists, including physicians. And I have also written a book, this one, The Silver Blood KOSA. Last year when I visited Michigan, I had a luncheon meeting with an old lady, mid of the 70s. She used to be RN, and she purchased my book. A few hours later, I was driving, and she called me. Hey, Byung, we're in ER with my daughter. She has a stomach ache. How can you help me? Because this book is about the needleless acupuncture. I don't even have to use needles. Magnets, pens, or car keys, chopsticks, fingers. And so I said, can you find the specific point showing on my book? Like, let's say, page 54. She reads it, and then, yeah, I can find the spot. Okay. Pinch your daughter's that point as hard as possible so that she feels the pain from pinching. And then I hung up. A few hours later, she didn't call me. I was waiting for her feedback, so I called her back. What happened? She says, we walked out, smiling and laughing. Yeah. This is that beautiful. Even the video clips I was trying to show you was two ladies with MS, which is short for multiple sclerosis. And even a few treatments, they've been showing great improvement. And as you know, MS shows a lot of different symptoms depending on individual, right? And no matter how many symptoms they have, even 3 dozens of different symptoms, we treat them all at the same time. Although the effectiveness maybe varies a little bit, but still all get good. So usually the goal of my treatment is avoiding using any kind of chemical drugs and bring your all the organs healthy back like 5 or 10 years younger. And you can walk better, you can think better, even emotionally, you can concentrate better, you will have a better memory, all good stuff. And one of my father's students who learned this acupuncture in 2004, he owns the hospital, and he's also Korean. And he owns the hospital in Germany and Austria. he taught his acupuncture, this acupuncture to his physician, and they treated that year, and the result they had was the success rate with better than 90%, over 80,000 patients. That's amazing number. And even I have another video clip here. She had stage 4 lung cancer on her right, left breast cancer, bone cancer, kidney stone. And when I saw her, she was in great pain because she's been getting chemotherapy and radiation therapy. Because of the side effects of those drugs and treatment, she was having a lot of pain. She couldn't even drink water or digest food because of the vomiting. And when I saw her, she had a lot of pain on her kidney area as well. And when I was called in third time, her body temperature was 100.8. She has two registered, two daughters, RNs. They couldn't help her. So if her body temperature hits 101, then they're gonna take her into the ER. That was their plan. So when I got there, no matter what, even sip of drinking water was resulting in the vomiting, and very high temperature too. And she had all the aches you can imagine, and pain as well. No pain medication was working for her. I spent 4 hours, and once it is done, from 10 p.m. to 2:30 in the morning, she was pain-free. She was able to sleep all night long without any problem. Oh, of course, before she sleeping, she was able to drink water without any problem. Next day morning, when she woke up, she was back to she thought that she has never had any problem with any health concerns. Okay? And usually, we're not just treating, when we treat the side effects of Western medicine, most often we treat tumors as well. Yes, ma'am.
What is your treatment?
Acupuncture, we just use needles only.
Okay, when you say needles.
Yes.
Okay.
What is acupuncture? Basically, that's what she's asking. What is?
Oh, what is acupuncture?
Right.
Oh,
Thank you, Paula.
okay. Everybody has in Oriental medicine, we have 12 organs. Okay, 12 organs are allocated to certain area, which is yin yang and 5 elements. Okay, like kidney. Kidney is a water organ of our body, and it has a characteristics of water. So if you have a bone problem, no matter what the name of the disease is, arthritis, porosis, whatever, if it is a bone-related problem, your kidneys are in charge. Okay? The kidney, 12 organs has its own meridians and acupuncture points. And each organ has its own 5 element point, which consists of wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And since I mentioned the kidney starts from the bottom of your foot and goes all the way up to here. And if you have a back pain on the right of the spine, we just have to make your kidneys stronger or healthier so that it can fix the problem. I have experience with a gentleman, middle 40s. He had a ruptured disc. I gave him just a 2 treatment. And 2 weeks later, he says, you know, I got X-ray done, and X-ray result came out. The ruptured disc came back to normal.
So you mean you apply
Yes.
pressure to these points? It's-
Kind of sensation, whether it is magnet, needle, or pencil, or pinching, or whatever. Is there anybody has a carpal tunnel syndrome? Carpal tunnel syndrome?
Anybody has carpal tunnel syndrome? Like it hurts you?
All of us.
Anybody has it?
No, I had it. I had
Okay.
it. Yeah, all of us that work with.
Do you have any pain from carpal tunnel syndrome at this moment?
No, I don't.
I can teach you how to fix it with a car key. I mean it.
I believe it happened because my father, his doctor taught me, he says, just take 2 boards. He said at night when you're sleeping is when your arms flop, flop. He had the board, I put some like duct tape around there or whatever, and in a few days I didn't have it. But
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
that worked with computers have had carpal tunnel.
Yes.
I got a bad knee. Can you fix it?
Sure. Okay. Since she mentioned the bad knee, usually arthritis combines with the knee or hip. Okay. The knee usually is front side, isn't it?
Pardon me?
Yep.
Front side.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Stomach happens to have a meridian passing through the front side of the knee. Okay. In other words, you may have some problem with your stomach. Do you?
No.
Oh, that's good for you. And also, if it is joint problem,
I think it's a joint problem.
yes, that's kidney. So no, even though you don't have any symptoms related to your stomach, still your stomach is in charge. Okay? There are two things combined. So if your stomach is healthy, then you should have fixed it naturally already. I'm talking about self-healing. When somebody is getting a cancer treatment like radiation therapy or chemotherapy, it doesn't matter. There's no way that they can remove or amputate the tumor 100%. Even though it was removed or amputated, how does it get healed? How does it get healed? Because our body has an amazing self-healing system. It fixes itself. Without that function, none of medicine is going to work.
It doesn't say on your card, you talk a lot about the kidney and the functions of it.
Yes.
Do you have a medical background? Have you studied medicine?
Well, I have a master's degree in Oriental medicine and acupuncture, and I'm a licensed acupuncturist in Michigan State. But I'm not good at Western medicine. However, since last February, I ever treated a patient who is 67 years old, who was diagnosed with the arthritis, and he was recommended hip replacement surgery. It was last year, like 12 or 15 months ago. So I began giving him my treatment from February 8th until February March 1st. Over 30 days, I gave him 21 treatments. Right after 21st treatment, he went to other physician, and he examined by palpation method. And the physician examined him and says, "You don't have a bone problem anymore." The patient is well-renowned vascular and thoracic surgeon, and who is also a professor in Michigan State University Medical School. So he asked me to come to his hospital, which was Sinai Grace Hospital in Detroit, to give the presentation to his 35 medical students. So I did what was April 20 something. And also I gave better presentation because I had a projector there. And also I gave them presentation, demonstration. There was like 6 students came out because they were suffering pain. So I fixed them all right there.
With your acupuncture.
Of course, yes ma'am.
What do you do for sciatic nerve?
Well, Oriental medicine doesn't specify nerve. Well, the nerve is not not categorized in Western, Oriental medicine. However, we still believe that the 12 organs have a bunch of meridians and acupuncture points. It will still help the nerve. So like MS, that is another nerve problem, right? And even this morning before I came here, I treated another lady, and she has like 20 different symptoms. And she had not bad, but still bad imbalancing because she couldn't do police work, that this kind of thing.
No, that's bad thing.
Right. And with after second treatment, like 80% of her symptoms are gone. And when I saw her internist, the internist was so surprised to see her health condition has got better so good. And this morning, when I asked her to do police work, actually 2 or 3 days ago, 2 times ago, she was able to do only 4 steps. And next treatment, she was able to do 5 steps. This morning, 9 steps. And, excuse me, in my book, I also mentioned that the dyslexia. There was a 4th grader had a problem with the reading. His reading was like this, jumping around all over the place. So no matter how many hours he spends on a page, he could not complete. And he took my treatment, which took like 45 minutes. And once needles out, I gave my son's book to read it. He was able to read. Perfect. Few months later, his father came to me saying, "Can you make him breathe faster?" Sure.
Oh, boy.
So one single treatment fixed the dyslexia.
That's amazing.
Yes. What was
I wanted to know how many needles did you use on the lady that could do the police walk?
I think I used 12 meters, much less than any other type of acupuncture. This is Koreans. No other medicine can do this. I mean, no other acupuncture can do this good.
How long does it last?
Well, everybody has different situation on their organs. So, like the gentleman I talked about with the hip arthritis, he was, when I saw him first, he was working like this because of so severe pain. And I usually provide or recommend everyday treatment because that saves you money and time and health better and quicker. Okay. With the second treatment, he was without any pain for 24/7. With the second treatment. After 6th treatment, he was able to put his foot on the table. And he was able to run upstairs from basement to second floor.
But how long does it last? How long will he be able to do that? Does he have to
Blue
keep
Cross
his
cover it?
Because everybody has different situation. Because I met a gentleman in Chicago. I was there to teach my acupuncture, the acupuncturist. He was not able to turn his wrist for 20 years, 12 years. I stuck a needle and manipulated, and then I took it out and asked him to turn. Boom.
Does Blue Cross cover it?
Unfortunately,
Good
no Michigan health insurance company is covering acupuncture. Hopefully, when Obamacare kicks in, so many questions. Yes, go ahead.
I had a treatment in 1965.
Yes.
I was in an automobile, well, I was in a taxi cab accident, and I took treatments. Everybody remember when I had a traction on my bed, because of the disc problem. I eventually had to have surgery, but I had the acupuncture, and at that time it must have been the Korean because he had about 12 needles. And this was along my spine
Yes.
because my spine was going through that curvature thing.
Oh.
And it was kind of funny because everybody knows that if I'm involved in it, it's something, different. Yeah. But it was scary, but at the same time, I was waiting for him to begin and he was finished. It was like, yeah. And I didn't get scared till I saw the needles along the spine. But that was 50 years ago.
Yeah, right.
And I eventually had to have surgery, but it was years later. And I've been doing pretty good. I'm 74 right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had surgery, and at the time they told me I would never walk again. So I believed that I would walk again.
Good, good.
The girls from Solidarity House came. I had some surgery down at Old Deaconess Hospital. They came down every day and checked on me and all that stuff. But I have to say that when I told them about the acupuncture, needles, oh, no. But in my case, I never regretted the treatment. When my vet wanted to do it to my dog, I went on and paid him because my dog was beginning to have hip dysplasia.
Oh.
And he passed away 2 years ago, he was 17 years old. I had that done when he was 10. So if you want to have some relief in spots that just seem to just, hang around. You can explore that acupuncture without being afraid if you go to somebody like this.
Thank you.
That's true.
By the way, excuse me. My acupuncture usually puts needles on 4 limbs only. On the arm, hands, and legs and foot.
Not in the back.
Not on the back or.
They did a long night.
It's not my acupuncture, I'm pretty sure. And I have not had any student in Michigan State, so.
And this was a physician at a clinic where I was doing therapy treatments,
Okay.
And when you mentioned the Korean method, I thought maybe then that must have been what he had learned.
No. Okay.
Insurance doesn't cover acupuncture?
No,
Blue Cross.
no.
I had to say no.
No Michigan insurance. Okay, I've been waiting all this time now. To cut somebody off. Answer it. I've been waiting.
Yes, go ahead, please.
All right. All I wanted to know, real quick question, is how much is it for the time? The office visit is how much time, and what is it per office visit?
That's a good
The
question.
amount, the fee.
That's good question.
Yeah,
The initial visit usually requires us 2 hours, and I usually charge $60. Okay. The reason why it takes 2 hours is you need to fill out the form, the HIPAA and consent and health history. Because as I said earlier, even though you have 5 dozens of different symptoms, I need to treat them all at the same time simultaneously. So it has to be very specific and detailed. I even ask you about the color of your stool, about the bowel movement, how many times do you need to wake up to urinate? Because that it has to be gone at the same time. So you don't have to wake up anymore. Okay? Because that symptom, well, even though you're even 80s, if you need to wake up to urinate, that means that your kidneys and bladder are not healthy. So you're not
If you wake up?
I'm sorry?
If you wake up through the night
Yes,
to go to the bathroom, your kidneys
and bladder.
is not healthy.
No.
You shouldn't have to wake up at all.
Well, lot of water is very subjective word content. Anyway, I'd like to recommend you not to drink water, okay? Because there are 2 things important. This will help you a lot. Your stomach doesn't have a function or knowledge to distinguish if the water is food or water. In other words, given the simple water, your stomach will treat that water as a food. And it will have to work hard. How does it work? Because your heart has to pump a lot of blood, harder, okay? Which will result your body temperature rise and pulse rate or heart rate will rise. And you will result in worse inflammation or worse symptoms. So the best thing for you to do is 1 hour before meal, during meal, 2 hours after meal. For that period of time, like 3.5 hours, don't drink anything because it will give a lot less burden on your stomach. Okay? And try not to drink water because your kidneys are already unhealthy and very limited capability to filter the water. Okay? And if you drink 8 cups or 10 cups as per doctor's recommendation, guess what happens? Kidneys are not that big. They're small. Okay? You are putting just small filter, a river stream is hitting your kidney. In other words, it's going to mess up with your kidneys. You change it and you'll see the difference in a few days. Go ahead.
What about if you're taking a diuretic?
Yeah.
Still shouldn't have to get up to go to the restroom?
What is it?
If you're taking a diuretic,
A water pill.
yes.
They take the pill.
Well, try to yourself, and you may want to be adjust the dosage of those. The lower the dosage, then see the difference. And you don't have to wake up. Then it works for you.
And doctor is here for individual questions. I mean, it's always good to know that, like, and especially about the insurance. From next year in the beginning, they are thinking about adding acupuncture for your insurances, so they are already working on it. So if it goes through, it will be a blessing that, Medicare, they will be covering. So that is good. So make sure you save this card. That's for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
I used to take my dad to an acupuncturist in Windsor,
Yes.
and every time I took him, it was $200 or $400 per visit.
Right.
And so I was just wondering how much, somebody already asked that question.
Right. The initial visit it was 60.
But
and after that, $40.
For 2 hours.
No. After that, from second visit on will be less than in an hour.
But it's still, all right, so then if it's less than an hour, then what is the cost?
$40.
$40 per visit.
Do you use the needle?
Yes.
You
Yes.
still use the needle,
Yes.
but they only stay on you for 20 minutes, a half hour.
To be more specific, the needles will have to stay at least 28 minutes and 48 seconds.
Oh, well, that's
Supposed to
specific.
be. Yes, that's specific. Well, it can vary depending on the heart rate, though, but usually at least 28 minutes and 48 seconds.
48 seconds, not 60 seconds.
48 seconds.
Okay? Yes.
I was wondering, acupuncture's been around for now thousands of years.
Yes, sir.
I've heard of acupuncture. I've known about it all my life. Did you find it surprising that a lot of people here didn't even know what it was? It's so good. Wouldn't it be, everybody would know.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Did you find it unusual that some people here didn't even know what acupuncture was? If it's so good and been around for so long, you would think everybody would know.
That's right, that's right. That's a good point.
But
Well, unfortunately, good things sometimes usually stay hidden.
That is true.
Not because I don't want to hide from something, because they just don't want to believe.
I think that is true.
acupuncture has been used for many things. I had a friend who used acupuncture to quit smoking.
Yes.
That's true.
Not just for pain or, stiffness or whatever,
Right.
but to quit smoking. So that more or less deals with the mind, doesn't it? Yes.
Yes, doctor.
And
Weight loss, right?
I was told, okay, two answers for two questions. About quit smoking, I was told that the success rate on quit smoking treatment is about 60%. And when I do my acupuncture, I don't do it if the success rate is lower than 90%.
Oh.
At least, it should be at least better than 95%. The success rate. Yes.
I'm a
Okay,
physical
so-
therapist, and I'm going to share that with them. I think that will really open up a lot of things because I'm a therapist myself, and once I think because I know, I mean, I'll be sharing my story, and I'm a therapist. I employ 30 physical therapists, so that's why I mean I'm standing with him here. So I think, and then the personal question answer. Let's.
Okay, the weight loss, okay, just not to drink water, as I told you, 3.5 hours will help you lose weight. And please, the second one, about the acupuncture, using acupuncture for weight loss, simply it doesn't work. Because unless you change your diet, there is no way you can lose it, okay? Thirdly, go to the internet and search the intermittent fasting, okay? And with that, you don't have to be hungry. You just have to have, you can enjoy appetizer, regular meal, and dessert, everything as you want it, and as you used to. And then you just skip one day, breakfast and lunch, and nothing but water for 24 hours. And your liver will start melt your fat. Once a week, you just do it once a week, and you lose weight. You don't have to exercise too.
Doctor Eileen has to leave, so she just wanted to show. Eileen
Okay.
has-